Hello my dear friends. So in last video of the jump game we have seen the greedy approach. Now in this video we are going to see the valley approach. Okay. So question is still same. I will again read question for you. A array will be given to us of the numbers and we are at the first index and our task is to check can we reach to the last index, and the condition is that the number in the array will represent the maximum jumps we can make. So 2 says that from this position we can make a maximum jump of height 2 so that we can reach this point. 1 says that from this point we can make a maximum jump of height 1, and this one says that we can make a maximum jump of height 1 and we can reach the last element. So we need to return true or false, can we reach to the last element or not. Okay, so this was the one way that we can reach to the last element. Now there is other way. Suppose if you jump from here to here, then the maximum jump that you can make from this position is this, so you can reach this point. So in 2 steps you can reach the end point, so you need to return the true. So in the last video we have seen the greedy approach. So in greedy approach what we have done, we have set the goal at the last position, and then we have checked can we reach at the goal, and then if we can reach the goal we are trying to reduce the goal. By this we have solved the problem in order of n. Okay, now if you haven't seen that video, please check out that video. Now I am going to show you the second approach, that is valley approach. Perfect. So let us see how we are going to solve it. So for the valley approach I am going to take an array. Okay, so let's say the array is like this: 1 1 2 3 2 1 0 0 2 2 3. Let's take a big array so it will help us to understand the question and concept correctly. Okay, let's say this is the 1. Okay, so what we have to do, as soon as we get 1 we are going to move on the same line. 2 means it will be a point higher than this, so let's say this is the 2. Okay, this is 1, this is 2. Now next point is 3, so it will be at a height 3. Now again 2, so it will be at down position 2. Then 1, then it will be at position 1. Then 0, it will be more down. Then again 0, this is down. Then again 2, this is going to be somewhere here. Then again 3, this is going to be here. So this is the diagram that we are going to create. Perfect? Yeah, perfect. Right? So this is our base. 1 is the ground level, we can say. So this is the question. Now what we are going to see, first of all we are going to at position 1. So from here we can make a jump of height 1, so we can reach here. It is reachable. Okay, so from this one what we can do, we can make a jump of height 1, so we can jump here. Okay, now from 2 we can make a jump of maximum height 2, so either we can reach this point or we can reach this point. Correct? Now from this 3 what we can do, we can make a jump of maximum height 3, so either you can reach this point or you can reach this point or you can reach this point. Okay, you can make jump like this. From this 2 position you can make a maximum jump of height 2, so either you can reach this point or you can reach this point. So from this 1 position you can make a maximum jump of height 1, so eventually you are going to reach this. And 0 says that from 0 it means maximum height of jump that we can make is 0. It means we cannot jump from this further point. So what we got here is, so we started and we have come here, here, but eventually what we have done, we have dip inside the valley. Okay, we have come inside the valley and we are not able to come outside the valley. Okay, so if we are not able to come outside the valley, it means we are not able to reach the end point. Perfect. So you can think the problem from here also. You can make a maximum height of jump 1. Let's make 1. Suppose here you think I will make a jump of height 2 and here you entered in the valley. So this approach is not correct. Let's try other approach. From here you can make a jump of height 1 also. From here you can make a jump of maximum height 3. So if you make a jump of height 3, you are going to enter in the again valley. So this is not a correct part. If you try to enter here, so from here you will again jump in this valley. And if you try to come here, from here also again there are two choices, either to jump in 0 or to jump 1. So if you jump at 1, then eventually you have to jump in this hole. It means we cannot reach at our end goal and we need to return this as a false. Okay, so I think you got some idea how to solve this, what is the scenario that is going on. Okay, let us take one more example that will help you to think things more clearly. Perfect. So let us take a array again, different array. Okay, 1 1 2 5 2 1 0 0 1 3. Let's say this is the array. Again this is the 1, this is 1, this is 2, this is somewhere 5, this is again 2, this is 1, this is 0, this is 0, this is 1, and here somewhere it is 3. So this is our valley diagram. So from here we can start. Okay, so in this question what I am going to do, I am going to declare a variable reachable. Okay, what is this reachable variable? So initially reachable will be at 0. Let me write here reachable, reachable. Okay, so initially we are at first position. Okay, 0th index, right? Let me write the index also, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, like this. So initially we are at 0th index, it means we are at first position. Okay, from here what you can do, you can make a jump of 1. Okay, so reachable will be updated and reachable will be the index. So what will be the index of 1? First index. From here what you can do, you can make a jump of maximum height 1. And what is the index of this? Index is 2, so it is going to be again updated, right? From 2, what is the maximum height that you can jump? You can jump this position and this position. So maximum reachable point is this 2, and what is the position of this 2? It is 4. So eventually we are going to upload this reachable as 4. So what we are going to do, we are going to find if we are going to reach at, if reachable will be at the last position, it means we can reach at the end point. So what we have done, we have checked, can we reach the next point? Yes. If we can reach the next point, okay, we updated the reachable. So reachable is nothing, just the maximum distance it can cover. Okay, so from 5, okay, we are traversing each element of the array. First we have come here and checked what is the maximum reachable. Here what is maximum reachable, here what is maximum reachable. Now we are at 5 and we are going to check what is the maximum reachable. So from this 5 we can make a jump of height 5. So it is 1 2 3 4 5. So from here you can make a jump till here. And what is this index of 1? Index of 1 will be 8. So maximum reachable now is 8, means you can reach at this index. Okay, so maximum reachable is this. Now what we have done, we are traversing an array. So we will come to this 2. So from this 2, what is the maximum reachable? It will be at 0. So what is the index of 0? 0 index is 6. So tell me, will you update this reachable? No. Why? Because already if we can reach to 8th position, why to reach till the 6th position? Okay, so what we will do, we will come to the next element of the array. So what this element tells us, that he can jump till 1. So what is the maximum position he can reach? He can reach the maximum position of the 0, that is 6th index. But for us, we can reach 8th index if we jump from the 5th position. Again with this 0 position, we are not going to, for this 0 again we are not going to end up anything. Okay, so again next element of the array 0. Then again we will come to the 1. We will say 1, where you can reach. The 1 will say that I can reach till next position. So what is the next position? 9. Now tell me, will you update the reachable? Yes, because the maximum reachable distance is now 9. Okay, So we have reached the reachable to 9th. Okay, so when we have reached reachable to 9th, now for this 3, we can jump to maximum height of 3. But as the array is completed, and we can say that reachable is equal to length of array minus 1, it means it is true. It means we can reach this final destination. So we are going to return it true. Perfect. Now let me tell you the last example with the reachable variable. Okay, so here also let us define the reachable variable starting with the 0. Okay, let's draw a new diagram. It will be bit easier to understand. Okay, so what is the array given to us? 1 1 2 3 2 1 0 0 2 2 3. Okay, this was the array given to us. So let us draw the value diagram. 1 1 2 3 2 1. Okay, 0 0 2 2 3. So 1 1 2 3 2 1 0 0 2 2 3. Perfect. Now initially what I told you, our reachable is at 0. So what we will do, we will traverse the array. So we will come to the first position and we will ask, so what is the maximum distance you can reach? He will say that I can reach to the index. Let me write the index also, so it will be easier for you to get the things. So he will tell I can reach to the one position, that is the first index. So we will update our reachable. What we will ask him, where you can reach maximum? He told that he can reach to the this index. Okay, so what is the value? 2, and index is also 2. So we will update the reachable. We will come to this place and we will check we have reached the element of the 2. So in 2 I will check what is the maximum reachable. He said that I can reach to the this position maximum. Okay, I can make a maximum jump of height 2. So what is the reachable now? Now we can reach to this position, and what is the index of this position? 4. So we can reach to the distance up to 4. Okay, now we will come to the next element of the array. So it is 3. So we will come to the 3 and we will say what is the maximum distance you can cover. He told that he can jump maximum till distance 3. So he can jump till this position. And what is this position? 6th index. So our reachable will be updated to 6. Now we will come to the next element. Okay, after 3 we will come to the element 2, next element in the array. We will ask him what is the maximum distance or what is the maximum value that you can reach. He will say that we can reach till this position 0. So I will see what is the 0. 0 is 6. So we don't need to update 0 because we are reachable till 6. Now we will come to the position 1. So we will say 1, where you can reach us. He told that again I can reach you the only one jump. So it is again will tell us the index 6. We will come to 0. So where can you take us? He told that I cannot take you anywhere because my maximum distance I can jump is 0. So he will not say he will not do anything. We will come here. He will also say I can't take you jump. Okay, I can't take the jump. I will say okay, where can you take me? Okay, now he told I will come to this position 2, right? So 2, what will this 2 say? 2 will say that I can make a jump of maximum height 2. So 1 2. Now here is the twist. Okay, so now we know that the jump is going to happen. Jump is going to happen. Okay, but our reachable is, what is our reachable value? Reachable value is 6. Here what is the index of the 2? Index of 2 is 8. Okay, and what is the value? Here it has the value of 2. So we will reach the index 10. But if we are at 2, we can reach to the 3. But as you can see, we are not able to reach at this position. Okay, certainly we have ended at the 0th position. So we cannot reach at 2. So what is the condition? We have to apply one condition, that if, what I will do, if reachable is less than I, then we are sure that return false. What is this condition? So here what is the value was reachable? Here the value of reachable was 6. Okay, and what is the index? Index is 6. Okay, correct. So 6 is less than 6. This condition is true. No, this condition is not true. As soon as we will come to this position, so what will be the reachable? Reachable is again 6 because it is not updated, but I value is now 7. If this condition is true, as soon as we got to know that our reachable is left before and we jump to the next position, we need to return to the false. It means as soon as we will come here and we will say that if I cannot come here, then why I need to check the entire array. Okay, so as soon as you will reach to this condition, you need to return false. So it means things are clear that we need to check the maximum jump from what maximum distance or the maximum value of the reachable, and this is the terminating condition, that if reachable is less than I, then we need to return the false. Okay, now you can check again. Just a quick review. Here it was 0, and what is the value of I? 0 is less than 0, so not, it will not be false. Okay, as soon as you come here, reachable was updated to 1. Again 1 is less than 1, no, so it is going to move forward. Here if you are going to come, so here again reachable was 2 and 2 is less than 2, no, this condition was not true. As soon as this condition is true, we need to return false. Okay, after this reachable has become 4, so 4 is less than 3, no, this condition is not true, so this false is not going to be executed. So I have told you the two scenarios. Now let us write the function. Okay, so let us write function define, and let us write the function name as jump, which is going to take a nums array. Okay, n is equal to length of nums. Perfect. Now let's say reachable is a variable that we are going to start with 0. I told you that we need to traverse the entire for loop. So for I in range of n. Okay, so we need to traverse the entire array. So first of all, let us check the terminating condition. So what was the terminating condition? If reachable is less than I, then what we need to do? We need to return false. Okay, we need to directly return the false. Otherwise what we will do? We will see reachable. What will be reachable? Reachable will be the maximum of reachable or I plus nums of I. Perfect. Now you are thinking how I will return this condition. I will tell you. Okay, don't worry about it. If this for loop is completed, it means we are going to reach the end point. Okay, this return false is not executed, then what we are going to do? We are going to return it true. Now I will tell you how I have written this condition. What is the use of this condition? What will this condition do? And how we are going to check it. Okay, generally student gets the logic, but to write that logic they are not getting what is exactly going to happen. Perfect. So let us take again example 1 1 2 5 2 1 0 0 1 3. Right. So reachable was initially at 0. So what is I? For this I is like this 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so what is I here? I value is 0. Okay, so 0 plus what is nums of I? 1. So I told you what is reachable now? Reachable will be maximum of these two. So what is maximum of 0 and 1? 1. So our reachable will be updated. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, we taking the same example? No. Okay, so I think earlier we have took this example, right? So reachable was updated. First it was updated from 0 to 1. Now the second updation was to 2, then to 4. Okay, let's see, are we going to get it or not? So now our reachable value is 1. So now 1 and I, what will be the value of I? 1. What is nums of I? 2. Okay, like this. Sorry, nums of I value is 1 here. So 1 plus 1, 2. So what is the maximum? 2. So I told you that reachable was updated from 0 to 1, then to 2, then it was updated to 4. This was the practically we have seen. Now reachable value is 2. What is I? I value is 2 here. And what is this? Value is 2. So 2 plus 2, 4. So what is maximum of these two? 4. So reachable is updated to 4. Okay, now let us see next. What is next? So we will come to this index, right? So what is I? I value is 3, and what is the nums of I? It is 5. So 5 plus 3, 8. So what is the maximum? 4 or 8? 8 is maximum. So it is updated to 8. So reachable will be updated to 8. Right? Now 8 I plus nums of I. What is I here? Here I value is 4. 4 plus 2, 6. So are you going to update reachable? No, we are not going to update reachable because maximum is already 8. So maximum is 8 already stored. So we will move to the next element. Okay, what is the next element? So we have done till this position, right? We will come here. So again 1 plus 5, it is 6. So no, we are not going to update it. We will come here. 6 plus 0, again it is not going to update. 7 plus 0, okay, 7 plus 0 is again what is this? 7 plus 0, 7 only. So this is not going to be updated. Okay, now as soon as you are going to come here, okay, so as you can see 8 is less than 7, this condition is true? No. So as soon as we are going to come in the next position, 8 is here, 8 plus 1 it is 8 plus 1, right? So first of all, after I value becomes 8, it will come here. It will check, are we getting this? So you are going to see 8 is less than 8. Okay, this condition is true, not true. So it will again update the reachable, right? So let us update the reachable. What is the reachable now? 8 only, because both are same only, right? Sorry, here 9. So reachable will be 9. So now again we need to check what we are going to get. So in this case, I think we can reach the endpoint. 1, then I think 1, then 2, then 2 you are not going. Yeah, we can reach the endpoint because eventually we have 5. So ultimately here we have got then 9 plus 3. So our reachable will be updated. Okay, so we are never going to come to this situation of the false. So I hope I tried to explain you this question very clearly, very detailed. If you still have any doubt, please let me know in the comment section, or you can again watch this video. You can again watch the diagram how we have done this. So the concept is very simple. We need to check the maximum reachable distance. So for this, the code was just of the 4 to 5 lines. Okay, thank you.